So I spent a few days in Connecticut and I documented my trip from pretty much front to back and cut it all together. It's very haphazardly done. This is what it looks like, so enjoy.
Hey everybody, I'm not wearing a hood today, so there's nothing to hold my hair back, so I'm going with a devil lock. I really should have, I need to dye my hair black again. I'm holding that off. Anyways, I am going to Connecticut for the weekend. So that means I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload this. I got to go up for family engagement, and I usually Instagram this sort of thing, and I'll post like how easy it is to actually overcome the temptations of a family engagement or party or whatever, and stay on your eating schedule, and not cave into cravings or temptation or whatever. So usually I Instagram that sort of thing, but I think this time I'm gonna set up like a whole vlog. Maybe I'll make a whole collage of these videos and I'll make like a 10-15 minute recap of my weekend. I don't know, but that's it and I'm on my way. All right, double lock! Made my train just in the nick of time. It's gonna be really good not to have to walk or ride a bike everywhere for a change. I get to drive a car, and I'll talk to everybody once I'm in Connecticut. All right, so I made it, and the first thing I usually do when I get back into town is I head to a grocery store. Today I just gotta get butter and water and some eggs. I've got enough protein that I packed away with me to come up, because I'd actually prepped out a bunch of fish and beef before I decided I was going to come up north. So I just brought that with me, and it's sitting in the fridge at my mom's house. But all right, I'll talk to you on my way out. Hey everybody, so I've talked before about how it's really important for me to measure out my protein, and I more or less eyeball my fats. And this is kind of where that comes in handy. I get to see that for everything that I packed to bring up, here's my swordfish for my lunch, and then my fish for tonight, and then I've got fish for my lunch tomorrow after I've had my eggs, and that's all that I got. So that means that now I know between now and tomorrow morning I gotta be able to get to the store and prep out more protein. So definitely got to make sure that you have your food prepped out, and that way you're never going to be stuck without meals. And it's also a really good insurance policy, because once you have your food cooked, then you can't screw off. Then you're not in a position where you're wondering where your food is going to come from, and where's, you know, how much of what nutrients are you going to get in. You're not waiting for food like some other joker who's orders takeout. But all right, I'll be talking to you. Bye. Like a bridge over troubled water. Okay, it's morning once again, and before I even had a chance to go out to the store and buy some food, bring it back, prep it out, my mom actually was cool enough to cook up some skinless chicken thighs for me. So all I had to do was chop them up and weigh it, and now all I'm gonna do is just dress it off with a bunch of olive oil. And over here, this is some pork roast that she made. It's got some really good fat on it, and this is all free range stuff. She went out and bought it from Whole Paycheck and everything. And over here I got some cheese that's weighed out, because I'm going to be doing bacon and eggs this morning with cheese. And this used to be 3 ounces of bacon, but you can see all that grease is cooked right down on low heat, and that's all going to go into the bowl together. So I gotta get cranking on the rest of my breakfast. I'll talk to you later on today. Bye. Oh, and there it is. I got my bacon, egg, and cheeses all swimming around in some butter, and I'm gonna eat this food right now. All right, bye. Okay, so it's only 10 a.m. I'm meeting up with a couple of my good friends at a diner here. I'm not due to eat for another, I'd say, like 3 hours or so. So I'm gonna meet up with my friends. I'm gonna just enjoy some tea while they have their breakfast, and I'm gonna throw down my liver tablets and then go work out. So I don't know, maybe I'll document some of what everybody else is eating. Hey, Ron's got his real nice Western omelet and oatmeal, and John's got some eggs Florentine and hashy brownies, and I've got a mint tea. So I'm not gonna be stressing out my adrenals or anything with caffeine. Yeah, these guys are gonna mow down on food, and I'm gonna keep running my mouth while they're feeding their faces. I'm stuck at a light right now, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk about the workout I just had. Last 2 days I've been working out at a spot in Middletown that I've never trained at before, and I actually like it a lot. The weights are actually iron. They're not all covered in plastic like some stylized spa that you'll find very commonly in New York City. And we're moving again, and there's a lot of cops in this town, so I'm gonna bring my phone down a little bit. And I didn't make this light. Maybe I could have made it, but not safely. So I sit and you watch. Did legs today, did shoulders yesterday. Shoulders was an awesome workout, even though the cold that I have was really hitting me hard. Today I'm feeling much better, I was in luck because I was doing legs today. I started off like I did last week, doing barbell squats, back squats to be more exact. So felt better than it did last week. I didn't feel like a big rusty gait for having not done back squats in so long. Today they felt much more comfortable. The weight was moving around a lot easier. So I think I'm going to implement that as a part of my Sunday routine from now on, and just have fun with, you know, even though I'm literally moving half the weight that I was 3-4 years ago, just having fun going through with some nice squeezes and feeling what weight I can, you know, with a nice pause at the bottom and coming all the way up and out. I finished off my workout with I did some frog squats on a hack slide rack, which I actually filmed that, and I burned out my quads using some sissy squats on said hack squat rack, and I filmed that as well. So I'll be implementing that in, and you can actually see what some failing repetitions look like. You can see like what it looks like for my body to want to really throw away that negative, but I resist it and hold on to that negative. And then you'll see what it's like for each repetition to come a little bit slower when you watch this. And then afterwards, I just did like, I don't know, a couple sets of leg extensions. So quads, I really hit them hard today. I get to hang out with my family today. I'm really excited about that. I just got to pick up one last thing for baby Bella, and I'm here at the store now, so let me run inside, and then I'm going to get on my way. All right, talk to you later.
The strategy is so detailed. But then comes denial with its outstretched hands. Failing is not failing to the failing to fail. Sooner or later the fall arrives. Sooner or later resolve. But not soon enough. But not soon enough. No, not soon enough.
Okay, so I am back in my hometown. Get a good idea of what sort of a place I grew up in here. Little bit different than New York City. Just a tad. Anyhow, I'm heading to a place that has a long history with me. And I'm going to get a birthday present for 8-year-old Brody, because he is sharing birthday celebrations with his little baby sister Bella today. So typically when I was eating strict and I had carbs in my diet, it was very difficult for me to even think of the place that I'm going, let alone set foot inside. But considering how through having a low carb, high fat diet, I've really like deprogrammed myself from being at the mercy of all those cravings and what have you. I can go into my favorite donut shop ever, Mrs. Murphy's in Southwick, Massachusetts, and grab a big donut for 8-year-old Brody. I don't want to push anything onto anybody else. I don't want to push my own lifestyle onto somebody and be like, oh no, you can't be eating flour and sugar ever. Don't do that. That's like the worst thing you do to a kid, is to restrict things from them. They're just gonna get more and more curious. They're just gonna rebel against it. Thank you.
You'll get that too.
Just the donuts, just the donuts.
Just the donuts?
Yeah.
With coffee?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna take you through everything that we got here to eat. We got pork roast, we got salad, we got Italian bread, we got this really nice rustic classic Italian yellow rice made with saffron and wild mushrooms. Very nice northern Italian rustic meal of polenta with a sausage bolognese to go with it, some broccoli, and I'm pretty much not going to be eating any of this. I'm not supposed to eat for another like couple hours, and when I do, I'm just going to be eating the food that I packed away. So I'm just hanging out. I'm here to look good today. Good moral support.
Being a good uncle.
Yeah. Came bearing gifts. All right then. Okay, so I did fix up a plate. This is what I'm eating. I got some mixed green salad with just olive oil and vinegar. I've got some smashed up steamed broccoli with butter. And then over here, my awesome paleo cousin Lila made cauliflower rice. So it's roasted cauliflower that was thrown in a food processor with olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's it. So this is what I'm gonna have, and then in a few hours I'll have like a protein meal, and then after that just some coconut oil, liver tablets, and I'll be ready for bed. So Brody's going nuts on his Boston cream donut from Mrs. Murphy's.
Our favorite.
Everyone's favorite. And it's time for me to have my snack, so I'm going to be eating my liver tablets. I've got some digestive enzyme, and I've also got my kelp, and then there's going to be a nice bowl of cauliflower, which I'm going to dump some of my macadamia nut oil into because it's so good. All right. Talk to you. So in all my years of personal training and coaching and working in the fitness industry, I've never seen this one type of compound movement. And to demonstrate it for you is actually my cousin Lila. And to do this exercise, you can do it at home, but you need the appropriate equipment. So Lila's going to demonstrate now.
1, 2, 3.
So when real people were eating paleo and they didn't have kettlebells, they swung babies. Hey, it's Monday morning, and before I go back to New York City tonight, I'm going to be heading down to Plainfield, Connecticut to Flex Fitness. Now, this place is run by a really good guy named Tom, and Tom was actually trained by the master of all-natural bodybuilding, Vince Gironda. And I'm going to be going down there with a really close friend of mine, training partner, guy who I've been coaching for years, Andrew Kosker. So really excited to take a drive down there and show you guys a really great facility and some cool exercises too. All right, bye. So you hear me talking about how Tom, he's actually fabricated a lot of his own equipment. Right here, this is an assisted dip, assisted chin-up machine that he welded up himself. I mean, and you can just see looking around, it's an ocean of equipment that we've got here, but you've really got to kind of weed through and look at all the stuff that he made. This is a really great seated chest press that Tom welded up. It's cable driven off of one side. It's got the foot bar down low, so this way you're able to push the handles away from yourself and get a really, really good stretch in. And then you have your choices of a narrow or a really wide grip on this. And the weights are just, they're set up so it's really, really heavy. You only need like a little bit of poundage, and it really feels intense, quick. Here's his low row that he made. These are legit. Chin pull down. Another piece of lat equipment. And a really, really intimidating looking T-bar row. This is not the sort of equipment that you see in a lot of gyms these days, because people nowadays, I feel like they want their exercise equipment to look like a spaceship, really glossy and nice. But here it's just about getting the job done. Anyhow, all right, we're gonna get started on legs. So we actually need to get something a little bit simpler, which would be this device right here. Now, Tom welded this up in a way so that right here, it's what he refers to as a false floor. So from the point where your feet are to as low as your ass can go, you can actually gain that 1.25 inches of space. And Andrew's going to demonstrate some of these to you.
Time he showed us those, I was expecting like regular leg workout that day.
Yeah.
And then he shows us to that thing, and he puts us on it, and I'm like, I think I can squat like 455, 405. I go in there, I can't even do one without him watching me. You know? It's insane. It's really a different, it puts the muscle at a disadvantage that you want to work to get that wild physique, as Vince said, which modern bodybuilders lack these days. It's been 20 minutes. I'm done with the leg workout.
Okay, so we're here at the Summer House, which is conveniently located right next door to Mrs. Murphy's Donuts. Came all the way up from Plainfield post-workout, because although I'm in the ketosis diet, Andrew is not. So Andrew gets to eat a chili cheeseburger post-workout. And I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of intermittent fasting today, because this morning for my first meal I had 9 ounces of bacon and 3 eggs. And it was a Trader Joe's ends and pieces, so there's not that much protein to it. It's just a ton of fat. I'd say that I probably had about maybe only 40-45 grams of protein this morning with all the fat that I did. So it was like the 9 ounces of bacon, mostly fat, 3 whole eggs, and a good like 3.5 tablespoons of butter. And I'm still good, and I'm going to be good until tonight. So yeah, that's that. And I'm just going to sit here and watch Andrew eat. We're going to get back to our conversation. Talk to you. Look at this. He also gets to eat ice cream. Yeah, Andrew, funny thing, Andrew actually went, what was it, 4 months?
About three.
Three?
3 solid months.
3 solid months. 3 solid months he didn't eat a single carb. He was averaging about 28 to 35 grams of protein per meal. No carbs for 3 months, and then he just came out of it. Didn't lose anything, didn't suffer from it. But yeah, he's looking really good. And he's actually, you're gonna start in on the Geronda max definition diet, he said?
That's, tomorrow. So, this is my last hurrah.
Yeah. So the max def diet, you go 3 days of, I've described this before in another video, but you go 3 days of eating 3 square meals with liver tablets and amino acids in between. And then it's every 72 hours, so every third evening, there's one specific very low fat, high carb meal. And you don't really spill over. What do you think? You're only going to do like 250, 300 grams of carbs for that meal?
If that.
Yeah.
It's enough, just a meal, carb meal, base meal, nothing else. No protein in there. Just like a bowl of pasta with marinara sauce.
And are you going to eat 2 or 3 times a day?
I'm going to do 3 times a day to start. It's just...
when we get to it from the side, there's a mirror or window behind you. There you go.
So I'm going to pretty much be doing 1.5 to 2 pounds of steak a day, and 4 to 6 eggs each meal is how it's laid out. And then from there, every 72 hours you do just a carb-based meal. Just carbs, and then
how much cardio are you gonna have to do to get lean on this meal plan?
None.
No
Zero.
cardio.
Zero.
No cardio. Okay, so because we were next door, and because this is Andrew's last hurrah, I am back at Mrs. Murphy's Donuts, my favorite place to indulge in ridiculous carb explosions, which you regret but don't regret. And they only take cash, so they have a nice and there's nobody in here, so I can actually walk you through, show you everything we got in here. They got 2 Boston creams left. Those are my absolute favorites. Honey buns, Danish, cheese pockets. Hey, how you doing? And the honey dip donuts. Those are also my favorite. This place is absolutely phenomenal, and I never come in anymore. Probably because I live in New York City. But all right, so Andrew's gonna get set up with something, and then we're gonna get out of here. And it begins. So we can see over here, Andrew's more than halfway through with the chocolate portion of the food group. Over here we got the fruit group over here. What is that, lemon or is that strawberry? Strawberry. The Boston cream, so the pudding group, and then the honey dipped donut, which is a really nice, really light yeast donut. And I'm still doing fine. I haven't eaten since 6:30 this morning, and popped some liver tablets after we were at the gym. I don't even want to say I worked out. All I did was calves and hit some abs a little bit, but yeah, still doing fine. Yeah, talk to you. Just in case anybody wanted to know, I can't stand commuting, but I'm with my favorite travel partner of all time, my best friend Sam, and he's got to transport this sculpture down to New York, and with it, heading back from Connecticut, and we hit some pretty solid traffic. But yes, you can. Just don't let this fucking guy in. You fuck. We almost could have tailed that state trooper, but then the guy just weaved like halfway across the lanes. Anyhow, we're stuck again. All right, we'll talk to you. Maybe we'll get to New York.
All right, that was my trip to Connecticut. So comment, like the video. Hope it didn't bore you too bad. And see you next time. Bye.